Hello, everybody. I'm Madame Sensei. I teach Spanish and French and Japanese out here in the beautiful Pacific Northwest to high schoolers. And I am thinking my way through the Harvard Project Zero thinking routines. And if you want to talk to me about it and help me brainstorm ideas, I'm at studio-nemo.com, or you can ping me on the Minecraft Education Ambassadors or the Minecraft Teachers Lounge or in the Duolingo Educators Network. So we're on the last one of introducing and exploring ideas. This is ways things can be complex. And again, the thinking routines are located here. Link is in the description. Even though we're on the very last one of introducing and exploring ideas, it does not mean that Harvard Project Zero is done with this one. They also reuse it in investigating objects and systems and also in perspective taking. I'm only going to talk about it once because there's already 87 thinking routines to talk about. I don't need to double up on them. This is a guide for organizing one's understanding of a topic through concept mapping. So when you're teaching grammar, and I normally go through, these are all the different times when you're going to be teaching explicitly grammar, but for this one, I don't like to do this one explicitly for grammar because I don't want to raise the students' affective filters by telling them that something is going to be hard or complex, because then they're just going to think it's too hard or too complex for them. Of course, I give the students sentence frames and word banks for in-depth discussion, and our word banks, of course, are always living word banks where we add to it as we're in the middle of the discussion. Generally, we do this whole thing in present tense, except I push the students to use tense in the complexity over time section, but a lot of my students just can't get there, and that's fine by me. So we'll just do it in present tense. When you're teaching literature, culture, history, art, you're looking at a recipe, you're looking at some music, this is a really, really big thinking routine for my students. When I've used it, I've spent a day on each of the complexity parts. I start with very, very, very young history books, like they're written for 7-year-olds or whatever. If I need more explanation, then I write more generic sentences and very basic present tense for the students. Cognitive demand is this is pretty great. If I wanted the students to get to the issues, then the grammar has to be something that they can put on autopilot. I save the complexity of engagement part for the very end, the last part of where the students reflect back on themselves. There's a lot of heavy lifting in this one. So right here we got complexity of engagement, and you know, the way it's laid out, you kind of go this, 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 this. I saved this one for last. In our next episode, we're going to talk about slow complexity capture, and this is the first of the new ones in investigating objects and systems. Hope to see you there.